welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about UFC Fight Night, Emmett versus Murphy at the Apex. So let's get into it. Please like, comment and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into my predictions. The first fight of the main card is between Torrez Finney and Robert Valentin. It's Finney's debut, and Robert Valentin has one fight in the UFC, which he lost by a knockout, a first round knockout. Finney has no losses at all. He actually has 3 Dana White Contender Series wins, and his last win was in October of 2024, and this was his 3rd consecutive win in Dana White Contender Series. Alright, so some stats. His striking accuracy is 70%. Significant strikes landed is 2.6 and absorbed is 1.86. He has demonstrated power in his hands with several knockout victories on his record. His striking is often initiated by first wrestling, so he sets it up by wrestling. He has a really good ground control as well, and he takes charge of his opponents on the ground, and a lot of times initiates ground and pound. Robert Valentin has displayed notable striking capabilities, especially his highlighted win by the swift elbow knockout in the Ultimate Fighter 32, I think. He's primarily recognized by his striking. He also has pretty good grappling as well, but he doesn't really utilize it. And his takedown accuracy, as you see, is like 0%. He doesn't attempt them most of the time. And takedown defense is 67%, which is pretty good. And significant strikes landed is 0.15, and that's for the UFC. Right, and I don't know, but absorbed is 6.16, so 2.60 of Torrez Finney maybe nothing for him. Okay, depends on the power. Alright, so Finney needs to mitigate Valentin's reach advantage. He needs to make sure he utilizes clinches to grapple Valentin, may take him down and ground and pound, hopefully, or submit. Not hopefully. Why am I saying hopefully? But anyway, to submit. Valentin needs to keep this fight at the distance. He needs to keep it standing and utilize his striking accuracy. So this is a classic striker versus grappler, as we're gonna see a lot on this card. I don't know if anyone loves those. I don't really enjoy those fights as much. That's why this card is not as exciting as a few we've seen recently. But Finney just, I think Finney is just overall better. I think he's gonna win today's fight. Moneyline would be the safest bet. I don't know, like a lot of times with the debuters, they either come out and are crazy and just win the first round, or they're a little bit more careful, trying to understand how it is in the UFC, even though, I mean, Robert Valentin just really debuted in UFC and lost. So total that I'm seeing, Finney currently is at -310. Where Valentin stands at +250. 82% of the bets are coming in on Finney. I take Finney by only money line. I think probable knockout, ground and pound. I could see that happening, but will refrain from that. I think today's fight card should not be focused on the ways of victories. I think we should focus on money lines, okay? Even that is going to be very picky because there can be a lot of dogs on this card. So the next fight is Osbourne versus Gurule. This fight was previously as a prelim, but because Enzechko's fight got canceled, but Boudet is fighting on the prelims now. So Osbourne is currently on a 3-fight losing streak. With his most recent loss was a split decision or unanimous decision, sorry, to Ronaldo Rodriguez. Who I don't know. I watched that fight. It was pretty close, especially in the beginning. So I don't know. I'm iffy about that fight a little bit. Gurule is undefeated, and his most recent victory in October on Dana White Contender Series was a split decision. So Ode Osbourne averages 3.26 strikes per minute, absorbs 4.01, 45%. 63% takedown defense. His southpaw stance and reach advantage allow him to manage the distance effectively most of the time. He possesses a well-rounded grappling game as well, so it has 4 wins by submission. But however, he does prefer the stand-up fights over grappling. So Luis Gurule, he averages 7 significant strikes per minute. Landed striking accuracy is 51%. He has a very aggressive style and a knockout power, and he also demonstrated that his grappling is okay too. So we'll see how that goes. He likes to keep his opponents on the back foot. He puts a lot of pressure, so far he's shown to be a good striker. Ode Osbourne needs to maintain the distance, using his reach to land the strikes from the outside to avoid the close range exchanges where Gurule's power is most effective. Needs to incorporate takedowns to disrupt Gurule's rhythm. That could help him as well. And Gurule needs to use the footwork to pressure to negate Ode Osbourne's reach advantage, bringing the fight to the close quarters where he's the best. So, I don't know, this matchup is very iffy. I think this would be a better prelim fight than it is a main card fight, but Gurule's very aggressive, a lot of pressure, a very heavy pressure fighter, but I think Ode Osbourne got this. I really think Ode can win this. This is the way for him to get the paycheck, to stay in the UFC. I don't think he's going to be able to continue fighting for UFC if he loses this to a debutant. I just don't think so. So I think today, we can bet on that too. I think today Ode will take this win. And he opened as an underdog of plus 200. Now he's around like plus 205 versus Gurule being at minus 245 and now is minus 250. Most of the bets are coming in on Gurule. So that also kind of shows the sharp money maybe on Ode Osbourne. I take Ode money line here. Next fight between Brett Tavares and Gerald Meerschaert. I'm very excited for this fight because I love watching GM3 fight. I'm a big fan of the mustache, and Brett Tavares experienced a challenging period. He only won once in the last 5 fights. I mean, granted, he fought like amazing people like Bruno Silva, okay people like Bruno Silva. He's fought a champ, Dricus du Plessis, but also did Gerald Meerschaert. He fought a really good competition. And from what I looked at their record, and I know MMA math does not math, okay, but whoever has beat Brett Tavares, like some fighters, Gerald Meerschaert has beat them as well. Most likely here probably, I think, will be a decision win, but we'll get into that. So let's get into a little bit of stats. So Brett Tavares has a very good takedown defense, 81%. So that will show to be very complicated for Gerald Meerschaert to take him down. But when looking at the Brett Tavares' opponents in the past, not a lot of them were primarily submission specialists. So I think Gerald Meerschaert can still take him down and submit him. But anyway, no spoilers. Okay, we'll see the next. We'll see the breakdown at the end. So he demonstrates reliable striking, a significant striking accuracy. Strikes landed is 3.43. His striking accuracy is 43%, absorbs 3.31 per minute. Very good defense, right, on strikes and takedowns. 55% strike defense and 81% strike takedown defense. Pretty good. Good for him. So Meerschaert averages 3.10 strikes landed per minute while absorbing 3.45, which is more than Tavares lands, so that's good for Meerschaert. 53% striking, significant strike defense, and 43% takedown defense, which most likely is not going to happen, and he won't need to use that, but his grappling is just great, and I think he has a really good chance. Tavares needs to utilize his footwork and striking to fight, to keep the fight standing. He doesn't want to go on the ground and wants to avoid Meerschaert's grappling. Meerschaert does have a reach advantage, which could work for him in this case. He needs to work to get inside Tavares' striking range to initiate grappling exchanges, take him down, and submit him on the ground. So Tavares' success hinges on his ability to keep the fight standing. Meerschaert will aim to bring him down. I think this fight will be won by Gerald Meerschaert. GM3 got this. Hopefully by submission, which is plus 400. That's a very risky bet. I don't know if anyone wants to take that. Actually, you can check it out and see how much would it be for decision or submission win. That could be a really good bet as well if you believe that Meerschaert has a good chance of winning. So Meerschaert opened as a plus 210 underdog. Currently he's plus 145. But guess what? Only 36% bets are coming in for him. So I think that a lot of sharp money is actually on Meerschaert. So on this fight, I'm taking Meerschaert as my dog of the night by decision or submission. I think that would be a great bet. Since he's plus 145, I would assume that bet is probably like plus 200 or something, since submission win by Meerschaert is plus 400. All right, and the next fight is Cortavious Romious versus Chang Lee. Romious has experienced a mixed record. He's been winning, losing. We're not going to get into that. But Lee has demonstrated consistency with a series of victories. Has a good record. He achieved a third round TKO in 2023. And the most recent fight was in June 2024, and that was decision win against Gerald. So Cortavious Romious, while not primarily known for his striking, he could use the striking to set up his grappling exchanges and take him down, submit his opponent. Lee excels in striking, so he wants to stay on the feet. His takedown defense is only 38%. His significant strikes landed per minute is 4.9, which is pretty high. Versus Cortavious can only absorb 3.2. So I think what's gonna happen is Chang Lee is actually gonna overwhelm him by the number of aggressive strikes that he's gonna have, and possibly even knock him out. I think that could be what's gonna happen. So Romious needs to aim to close the distance, secure the takedowns, and utilize his ground game and try to submit Lee on the ground. He needs to minimize Lee's striking opportunities by maintaining close quarters and engaging in clinch work. In the meantime, Lee needs to utilize his reach advantage to keep him at bay and knock him out. Jab him up, knock him out. So in this fight, I think Lee got this, and he opened actually as an underdog, so bookies thought that he was gonna lose this fight. But with the bets coming in, he is currently a slight favorite at minus 142. I take Lee money line here. I think decision or KO would be a good bet here, but money line is also safe to go with. It's only minus 142, so that means that $142 will win you $100. Okay, and co-main event of the evening, Sabatini versus Brito. Sabatini lost to, he's currently on 2-2 lose fighting streak, and he got KO'd by Diego Lopez, who is fighting next week for a championship belt that Ilia Topuria has vacated, and he rebounded from that with a first round victory over Jonathan Pierce, who Brito also beat. Let's see how my MMA math is. I don't know. Brito has had a 5-fight winning streak, but he lost to William Gomez, who is not that good. Like, he hasn't fought a very good competition, so that kind of puts a little question mark over Brito. But from what I remember from that fight, Brito did look, could have been could have won that fight as well. A lot of people, I think, also had him winning that fight. So Sabatini, not known for his striking, but he can stand and strike with you, but that's how he's gonna try and utilize his grappling, take you down and submit you on the ground. That's his forte. His significant portion of his wins, 12 wins, are by submission, and 8 first round finishes. He's a very good fighter. And his defensive strategy revolves around closing the distance and initiating the grappling exchanges. Sorry, went too far. So Brito is an aggressive striker with a knockout power. He has 8 wins by knockout. He has orthodox stance, 72 reach. It allows him to manage the distance well. So he demonstrates some grappling. His takedown defense is 73%, which is pretty good. So he has a good chance of not letting Sabatini take him down and submit him. But he's been submitted before, so who knows? We'll see how that goes for him. He's been submitted before, let me preface that, like his first professional fight in MMA. So Sabatini needs to aim to close the distance. He needs to secure the takedowns and utilize his superior grappling and control Brito on the ground and submit him. It needs to minimize Brito's striking opportunities by maintaining the close quarters and engaging in the clinch work. That's his way. Brito needs to utilize the reach advantage to keep Sabatini at bay and try to knock him out as early as possible to not get tired from clinch work. So Sabatini currently is plus 170 underdog, whereas Brito is minus 205 favorite. Brito opened at minus 245, but 87% of bets are on him, so it is very odd. 13% of the bets are on Sabatini, but his odds are getting worse and worse. I don't know. This is a very iffy fight. I personally am leaning towards Sabatini, but I also leaned to Dober last week and he lost. But I am leaning Sabatini. We'll see about this one, and what I'm gonna do is the fight right before co-main event, in the beginning or the end, we'll see. I'm gonna check this out again, and I'm gonna make a post on my YouTube. Please go ahead and look at that. Also like, subscribe, comment, everything to my channel. Please support my channel. I will continue doing this every week, and I'll let you know what I think about co-main event during that post. And the main event of the evening, Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. Undefeated Lerone Murphy. Emmett last fought in December of 2023, and he actually beat Bryce Mitchell first round KO victory, which was great. This win showcased that he has still, no matter how old he is, he still has a very devastating power, and he can knock you out. And we've seen him against Ilia Topuria, who could not knock him out. Like, he's knocked out people like Max Holloway, who's never been, like, barely ever been knocked down. So Josh Emmett is a very good test for Lerone Murphy, who is undefeated currently in the UFC. And he beat Dan Ige in UFC 308, unanimous decision. Dan Ige is great also. So both of these fighters have a good chance Let's get into it. Let's dive into more in depth for them. Emmett is very aggressive, has knockout power. He utilizes his compact frame to generate significant force with his striking. Striking accuracy being at 36%, significant strikes blended 4.04 per minute, and significant strikes absorbed is 4.61. Emmett has a wrestling background but often prefers to just stand and strike. Whatever you prefer. His grappling is utilized strategically to mix up his attacks and keep opponents guessing, figuring out, and I think that has worked for him great. His takedown defense is 47% and takedown accuracy is 38%, while significant strike defense is 61%. Murphy employs precision striking, which Emmett kind of struggles with when he's fighting precise strikers, but did not get knocked out by Topuria. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm Georgian and I will always support my Georgians. Murphy has a takedown accuracy of 54%, 60% significant strike defense, and 49% takedown defense. He has a reach advantage. It allows him to manage the distance effectively. He utilizes the jabs and straight punches to control the pace of the fight. His ability to maintain distance plays a crucial role for his defensive strategy overall. Okay, so Emmett should aim to negate Murphy's reach advantage, get into his space, and throw those power shots. Meanwhile, Murphy needs to maintain the distance with his jab and utilize the lateral movement, and he needs to prevent Emmett from throwing those power shots at him. This main event is tough. I don't know, 5 rounds. I think this is gonna be a 5-round fight. I think it's gonna go all 5 rounds because it's very hard to submit Emmett. 33% of the bets are coming in on Emmett. To finish Emmett. It's hard to finish Emmett, not submit. But 33% of the bets are coming in on Emmett, and Murphy has 67% of the bets coming in for him, and he is currently a minus 325 favorite. I go Murphy on this fight. Murphy money line I think is a safe bet. Of course not alone because it's minus 325, but let's get into my parlay, my safe parlay for the day. Last week we hit that safe parlay, and the dog of the night also hit. So I hope all the 19 people that watched my video last week, you got it. I hope you bet, and I hope you won some money. I did see one comment saying that they bet $100 and won $100 or something like that. So good for you. And let's get into that. And please like my videos, comment, and my post as well, and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing this every week. It is hard. I have 2 jobs currently, but I will continue doing this every week. So please try to make like extra $100 a week or so by watching me and following my safe parlays. So my safe parlay for the week is Chang Lee and Lerone Murphy. This parlay is actually plus 119, which is great. $100 will win you $119. So I think this is a good parlay to put a little money on. Octagon Queens, who is me. My dog pick of the night, which is a riskier bet, is GM3. In case you didn't know that, that's who my dog pick of the night is. And through the fight card, I always put some posts. If I think that the next fight, this person is gonna win, I always put it on the post and I'll let you know what I think. So please go ahead and hit the like button, comment, anything silly, I'm here to listen, and subscribe to my channel. Bye!